guys, my name is Barbara with BPI Sports and Clean Creations Healthy Meals Delivered. And I'm going to be showing you guys 5 weight loss recipes that are going to change your perception about clean eating. You can still have tons of flavor and enjoy your food and still eat clean. So this recipe is sauteed tilapia with broiled tomatoes and some wilted baby spinach. Sounds like it would be sort of plain, but it's actually so delicious, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make it taste like that. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we have to broil our tomatoes. Super easy. All you have to do is take beefsteak tomato, cut the top right off, and then we're going to heavily season these. And then cracked pepper right on top. And don't be afraid to go a little heavy with this. And then we're going to add a little bit of sea salt. This is also a little more coarse than table salt, so it's going to give us a good salty flavor. Just right on top. And keep in mind, this may look like a lot, but this is for the entire tomato, so don't be afraid. All right, and then the last seasoning would be our garlic powder. So right on top. So let's stick these in the oven to broil them. Right on that bottom shelf where the oven is the hottest. In just about 10 minutes, by the time we're done with our fish and our spinach, the tomatoes will be ready to go. All right, so now that we have that in the oven, let's go ahead and prep our fish out. And we're gonna be sauteing this, so this is gonna take only a second to kind of season down. So while we're doing that, I'm just gonna put a light simmer. Go ahead and put a little drizzle of olive oil in. So you want to make sure that your pan is really coated with either olive oil or oil spray. Because the fish is a little thin, it's going to cook super fast and it has a tendency to stick. So you want to make sure that everything is nice and coated. Let's go ahead and season these up before we saute them. So we're using coarse sea salt, and we'll use a little bit of pepper, garlic powder. I'm using a salt-free seasoning, and you can go pretty heavy with this. It's no added sodium. It's got lots of different stuff in it. And we're gonna create almost like a crust on top of the fish. All right, so this looks perfect. We'll go ahead and transfer this over to our saute pan. All right, so now that we've got our fish transferred over to our saute pan, we're gonna take the heat up. And because the fish is thin, it's not gonna take long to cook at all. So you really just wanna get a good sear on both sides to lock in the flavor, and then the fish will be done. And once again, as you can see, we've got a pretty decent amount of olive oil in there to make sure that nothing sticks. All right, looking good. So season side down first. Perfect. And then while we're doing that, let's check on these broiled tomatoes and see how they're doing. Looking good in there, perfect. You wanna get a nice golden brown on top. It's gonna be super juicy when you cut into them. All right, and then while we have this in the pan, we're gonna add a little bit more salt-free right on top. That way when we flip it over, we'll get that same flavor on both sides. All right, so I can see all these edges are starting to turn white. So we wanna go ahead and lift up one side just to kind of check it out. Nothing's sticking, so everything's perfect, just what we want. All right, so I can see that this side's starting to get golden brown, so we'll just flip it over. So by searing this at a higher heat, because we seasoned it pretty heavily with that salt-free seasoning, it's gonna lock all that flavor right in. And this recipe will literally take you less than 20 minutes to really just cook everything and plate it. So on a weeknight, this is like a perfect, quick, easy, delicious dinner that you can feel guilt-free about eating. Okay, so our tilapia fillets are completed. And as you can see that fish start to split open. And if you look inside, there's no more pink left, and our edges are just a nice golden brown, which is exactly what we want. So we'll go ahead and plate these up. With the same pan, since we already have a little bit of olive oil in there, and you really don't even need any heat for the spinach, we'll go back to our stove. We still have a hot pan, so we'll take our spinach and just go ahead and toss it around. Perfect. So we don't even have any heat on this pan. The pan is still hot from our fish, but the spinach wilts so fast that you really don't even need it. So just go ahead and keep tossing until you see those leaves start to wilt. Good, so I have just a nice little pile that's ready to go. And keep in mind that when you cook spinach, you start out with a lot, it literally shrinks down to nothing. So whenever you're cooking wilted spinach as a side, always prepare to do almost 3 times of what you actually think that you're gonna get out of it. Because you can see, we started with a full pan and it kind of shrinks down to, it looks like nothing left. So we have our nice little pile of spinach, which I love. This is probably my favorite green. Absolutely love it with everything. It's so versatile. You can put it in omelets, any kind of sides. So the last step to our beautiful recipe is our broiled tomatoes. And I think they're just about ready. I can start to smell the seasoning on them, and they've been broiling for about 12 minutes now. So pull these out, super hot. So please be careful with these. Anytime you're broiling anything, it's very, very hot. So as you can see, all of our seasoning is all locked in on top. It makes almost like a crust on top where all of our seasoning has been locked in, and these are nice and juicy from being broiled in the oven. So we'll just go ahead and transfer this to our plate. Oh, it looks so good. Beautiful colors. And then we'll just garnish this with a little fresh lemon, and we'll be finished. And beautiful, absolutely perfect. So this is our finished product, our seared tilapia with wilted baby spinach and broiled tomatoes, topped off with a little fresh lemon. It smells absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to try this dish. If you'd like more nutrition tips or more healthy recipes, subscribe to our YouTube channel or check us out on bpisports.com. My name is Barbara with BPI Sports, and I will see you guys next time.